They recently did a cohort study involving around 5,600 children genetically predisposed to developing type 1 diabetes mellitus and islet autoimmunity. Islet autoimmunity is an autoimmune attack on the beta cells of the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas, where they can no longer produce insulin, and so we can't properly absorb sugar. That is a lot of the story with type 1 diabetes mellitus, and it's been believed that this autoimmune attack on the islets of Langerhans is something you're genetically predisposed to. Maybe there isn't as much we can do in terms of environmental factors, but what is the truth here? Well, they assess these children's dietary fatty acid intake, monounsaturated fats, saturated fat, polyunsaturated fats, omega-3s, all sorts of fats on their risk for developing islet autoimmunity and type 1 diabetes. Now, they followed them up until age 6. They checked in with them about 1 or 4 times every year as they developed. And out of the 5,600 children, about 250, remember, they were genetically predisposed to developing islet autoimmunity and type 1 diabetes. Around 250 of them developed islet autoimmunity, and around 95 developed type 1 diabetes by age 6. What significantly reduced their risk was higher fat intake. Higher fat intake, you heard it right. Higher monounsaturated fatty acids, or MUFAs. Higher omega-3 unsaturated fatty acid intake, right? So a lot of fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, herring, sardines, anchovies. We always talk about in terms of healthy fats that you can get, that DHA, that EPA, or you get ALA from plant sources like flax seeds or walnuts. And these omega-3s are great for the brain, great for the heart, great for the body, but also stimulate the liver to produce not fat, but sugar. This is a lot of the story with manipulating your liver metabolism is in a good way, is that you'd want to eat a lot of healthy fats, right? You want to eat a lot of healthy fats, and you want the liver to produce the sugar. You don't want to eat a lot of sugar and have the liver to produce fat, right? That doesn't make as much sense. That's one of the big causes of higher cholesterol. Now, interestingly, even a higher intake of saturated fats and total fat in general lowered their risk of developing islet cell autoimmunity and type 1 diabetes. But that was after they accounted for caloric intake, right? So that was more for people that, didn't have tons of calories, but still, even just the fat intake in itself promoted, the body's ability to better handle sugar and reduced the odds that their islets of Langerhans were going to be attacked by their own body. It didn't confuse it as much, right? Because they don't understand the cause to a lot of autoimmune diseases, right? We know some genetic predispositions that may exist in the code, but super, super fascinating. They also measured levels of arachidonic acid, I should say. That's an omega-6. We often hear omega-6s are not as good. Arachidonic acid generally is true. You want more omega-3s than omega-6s, right? But arachidonic acid levels that were higher was also associated with, regardless of calorie intake, and it was also associated with a lower risk for developing type 1 diabetes. So arachidonic acid, fun fact, helps to repair and grow muscles, and it's a polyunsaturated omega-6, I believe, if you were curious. You find it in meat, fish, eggs, poultry, stuff like that. So very, very cool stuff. There is something that we can do in our development from day one to reduce our risk of developing these chronic diseases that, we've thought maybe we don't play as much of a role in, maybe it's just genetics and what the hell was I going to do? Folks, that is not the case. We're finding that out more and more as the new research comes out. And that goes for so many diseases. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day and happy wellness. Thank you. Let's see what we got on here because I can't see anyone in this angle. Turn it around and say hello. What's up, you guys? Thank you, Marley J. Kind. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Lou Way, you got it. Natalia, what up? The J Cash, Kevin Aliono, Silent Psycho, Dr. J Mirable, BK John, what's up, what's up? Let's wave to the people. Let's see. Who do we got? Glassby. Yeah. I love you too. Peter Sarek. Natalia. Oh, man. Jose 85 Nene. Jay Miller. Jeez, Natalia. Drew Timor. Jen J. Chef. What's up, what's up? Das 4371. John Wall. How you guys doing today? Latinas Unidas. Cone Wendy. Philip Fart So Expressive. What's up, Holly? Have a fantastic rest of your day. That's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow right here, most likely. Happy Sunday and happy Wellness. Thanks.